Phil here from Radio.co, and in this basic tutorial I'm going to show you the ins and outs of managing your media. That's both uploading your content and organising it, or using tags, as we say. So from here, as you can see, this is my dashboard, and there's a number of tracks here already. You can see I've got some tracks currently playing, previously played, I've got playlists coming up throughout the day, but there was a period of time where I had none of that. I had to start from scratch, and if you're in that position and you're wondering, how on earth do I get my content, my music, my podcasts on your radio station? Well, I'm going to show you. So the first step, it's really, really simple. You'll see at the top of your page here, if I just zoom in a little bit, you've got upload media. So if you just click on that option, it will ask you to drag and drop files into your browser. And you can upload anything you'd like, as long as it's an MP3 file or an AAC file. So if you've ever bought anything off iTunes in the past, anything Apple-based, chances are it'll be an AAC. That's like Apple's version of an MP3, sometimes their default. But either way, MP3 or AAC, you can upload it. And once you've uploaded your media, it then sits inside your media library. And your media library, just like the rest of our platform, is entirely cloud-based. So all that means for you is that any computer you log into your station from, all your media is there. So even if you cracked out a brand new computer, logged in using your details, all of your media is here. So if I scroll down here, you can see I've got lots of station IDs, lots of jingles here. I've got various music, some really great sort of classic rock, obviously, hence the name of my station here. And I've got a few thousand tracks even. However, there is a way to effortlessly organize this media, and it actually lends a hand in the programming of my station as well. The use of that is called tagging. How do I organize my media? And that's, through tagging. So here you can see I've got a list of tags. I've got news, advert, station IDs, high voltage rock, prog rock, anthem rock. These are tags. They're essentially a label that you create to help you organize your media. So if you are like a classic rock station here, but there's, as you can see here already, there's lots of subgenres of that particular genre of rock. So maybe I do want to know how many prog rock tracks I've got, how many anthem tracks I have, how many jingles I have for my station. That's where tagging comes in. It's basically you creating a folder to keep things all neat and tidy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete a couple of tags here just to show you how this works. So yes, let me just delete this news one here. Now, the beauty of these tags is because there's no right or wrong way of organizing your media, and you may want to organize your media in a very particular way. So literally type in whatever you like. So what I want to do is I now want to add a tag to these files. So all I do is I highlight them here on the left, and I click on the top here where it says add and create tag. Now, I want to create this tag as another tag to describe a sort of music I like. So let's say hair metal. It's a classic rock station. There's lots. I've seen Van Halen. There's probably some Kiss in there. There's some Motley Crue, anything like that. I'm going to describe it as very much as hair metal. So I'm going to type in hair metal. There we go. It's not a tag I've used just yet. Now, what I then want to do is I want to click on create hair metal. That's me creating the tag. Great. I now need to add it to the files, and I do that by clicking on this plus button next to the search bar. When I click on that, my tags have been created, and they've now been attached to those files. I now have 3 tracks I've identified as hair metal. Now, once you've created the tag, you can, add that tag to as many tracks as you like. So let's just say after creating that tag, I'm now going to upload 50 tracks that are all from the same genre. I want them all to be tagged as a hair metal. What I can do is I can click on this button to highlight all the tracks in one page, which is 50 at a time. I can tag them all with the same thing here, hair metal. Add them all on. There we go. I've now updated the rest of my tracks like so. So that's kind of the use of tags, really. It's a way to keep things a bit more neat and organized. You can assign multiple tags to tracks, as you can see here. And again, it's just whatever you want to do to help differentiate and make sense of everything you're uploading. And the best thing is that, when you've created these tags, you just click on the tags tab here in the top, and you can click on any of these tags, and it will display all the tracks associated with that tag. I'm going to show you when I start doing the tutorial for the playlists, another fantastic use of the tags. It's not just an admin tool, it can be a really great way to further add a bit of variety to your programming. Well, there we go. For more tutorials like this, especially ones covering the basics, please head to our Radio.co help center at help.radio.co. And until next time, take care and happy broadcasting. Want to take your radio station to the next level? Well, here at Radio.co, we don't just specialise in launching new radio stations, but elevating existing ones too. For example, do you have an internet radio station that doesn't seem to be hitting that audience you want? Are you unsure whether the branding or the content you've created is right? Are there just too many industry buzzwords and equipment types that you can't get your head around? Allow me to offer my expertise. For just $50, you can schedule in a 50-minute consultation with me to go through every aspect of your station, with the goal of refocusing and revitalising your efforts to mould it into something that you're truly happy with. Even if you don't have a radio station or podcast yet, but you'd like some guidance on how to get off to a strong start, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Don't let stress and small audience numbers get you down. Get in touch via studio@radio.co and we'll put our heads together to turn this thing around.